Hey there YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. This is the 2019 China 1 ounce gold dragon and Phoenix dollar restrike. And as I mentioned in a video back, these restrikes they're fantastic. They're premium uncirculated. They're supposed to be, and I think that description falls in between proof and brilliant uncirculated. But I find them to be, they're graded as proofs by NGC because they just, the look and design of them seem to fall within the realm of being a proof. This is one of one. I believe this is the only early release. I believe this is the only NGC 70. You guys can verify that for me. Phoenix, Dragon. This is on a mintage of 100. By the way, I want to apologize if my opinion regarding Bitcoin offended anyone. That's not my intent. I'm merely sharing a perspective and trying to give a prognosis as to what that investment hedge may or may not do come year 2020. So my apologies to anyone that who may be in Bitcoin, who may have experienced a loss or has inversely had great profit and gain from participating and investing in Bitcoin. See if we can get a little bit closer. Sorry about the noise in the background. So I'll read a little description. The obverse depicts a dragon and a phoenix along with the national emblem of the 12 symbols, as well as the inscription in Chinese characters reading from left to right, created in the 12th year of the Republic of China. reverse features a wreath of grain. Inside are the denomination in Chinese characters that read $1. And that inscription, 2019 1 ounce fine gold. And I believe these dollar restrikes, there you go, 2019 1 ounce 999 fine gold. And I think that's a really good touch. The only thing that would make this probably better is if, because it's such a low mintage, that these could have been numbered. Now I believe the last time I had checked on the APMEX website, they are now producing an antique version on a limited basis in the silver variant of these pieces, and those are numbered. In addition to having the inscription at the bottom, like this reads, at the top there's an inscription that would give the number of your coin out of how many. And in this case, for the antique versions, there are 1,000 being produced. And perhaps that could be a special feature for the antique versions, but I think for all the gold versions, they should be numbered. It's only 100. So you may see some fine lines there that give it the look of having a reeded edge, but it really isn't. It's polished. I love these dollar restrikes. So I had a friend talk to me about purchasing these restrikes, and is there value in purchasing more than one? Well, it depends on what you're looking for. Clearly, these pieces carry a high premium. If for no other reason, the designs are great, but the mintages are extremely low. And not every coin that has a low mintage carries a high premium. I think you see it in these dollar restrikes, and I think you see it in the nautical ounce from the Rwandan pieces. So having a low mintage is just part of it. You still have to have a good looking piece that can garner some admiration. I told him that if he believes that he can recover the premium on a resale, that yeah, it makes perfect sense to have more if you can buy it at a reasonable price. When these first materialize, and I'll just use AppMax, AppMax calls it an exclusive. But if you're into this series, I know you've found it on other sites, and it's presumed that those entities are also owned by AppMax. But they're often released at a much lower price, and as time goes on and the coins are purchased, the new, I guess I'll say, batch are reintroduced at a higher premium, and it continues to progress until they're at the point of selling out, at which time it would be priced at its highest. So the question then becomes, if you were to acquire it at that lower premium, can it be resold back to the dealer at a higher premium? Well, the answer to that question should be yes. Right? If the coin is currently being sold for $3,000 and you possess one and you purchase it at $1,500, if you were to go back to that dealer and say, I'd like $3,000 for it now, that should be the offer extended to you. And I welcome your comments and your feedback to correct me on that. I think it's a good question. Should you buy something at a high premium and you resell it back to the very place you bought it? Should that premium be paid to you, or is it commonly presumed that the dealer will pay you whatever the spot price is? If anyone has any experience with that, fill us in. And you can confirm whether this is one or one. The person who owns this piece, they indicated that they thought this was a one of one, which would make it even rarer. All right. Let me know your thoughts on this piece. How do you feel about this compared to the other designs? Is it as captivating as, let's say, the unicorn or the King Yang province? I think that first release was exceptionally done. All right, I think this one has been long enough. Thank you very much for watching. And by the way, I know occasionally I like to just mention some other YouTubers out there, and if you haven't checked out Shadow Stack, please do so. I think he provides a lot of good information about investing in bullion, gold, silver, ratios that make sense to keep relative to precious metals. And then I'd like to shout out Dr. who is really just always ahead of the game in showcasing these pieces. He has an enormous amount of extraordinary pieces. And if you haven't stumbled onto his channel, please check him out. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. Leave your feedback in the comments, and I will get back to you at my earliest convenience. Thanks, and please have a wonderful day.